悪くない芽が出たわ。今日も引き続きサボりましょう。調子が良くなってから仕事を一気に終わらせるわよ。
参ったな。新人冒険者はいつも同じ過ちを繰り返す。創作料理を試食してみて。
以上。
情報提供者から知らせがあったわ。うん、どうやらまた新たな変数が現れたようね。
以前のよりもいい仕上がりになりそう。以上。
創作料理を試食してみて。参ったな。新人冒険者はいつも同じ過ちを繰り返す。
悪くない芽が出たわ。今日も引き続きサボりましょう。調子が良くなってから仕事を一気に終わらせるわよ。
創作料理を試食してみて。参ったな。新人冒険者はいつも同じ過ちを繰り返す。
もう一度お試しください。以前のよりもいい仕上がりになりそう。
創作料理を試食してみて。
情報提供者から知らせがあったわ。うん、どうやらまた新たな変数が現れたようね。この世を渡り歩くにはより多くの身分を持った方が便利なの。君にもいくつか作ってあげようか。
創作料理を試食してみて。
震えてるじゃない。極寒のせい？それとも恐怖？
岩山八九。
せっ
難攻不落。はっ。いざ。 剣女盤石。
この仕事は排除するべきですね。相関化粧。
岩山八九。
踊りなさい。全てが燃え尽きるまで。
難攻不落。
ついていきます。部外者禁止。
救済はいらない。いらないの。
せっかくのチャンスだ。本気を出して俺を楽しませてくれ。投稿も一つの選択だよ。俺は敗者に優しいからね。悪くないね。
剣女盤石。
相手によくここまで持つな。
よいしょ。はい。
次の仕事は？
星と深淵。無事今日の依頼を達成しましたね。星と深淵を。
よっ。情報提供者から知らせがあったわ。うん、どうやらまた新たな変数が現れたようね。
Okay. That's kind of stupid. Because it's like, hey, we're not gonna like tell you exactly where the camera's positioned. So apparently, yeah, it's positioned the exact opposite way. And like the crazy thing is, they have three, they have three angles, all of which are, which are hyperfixation these days. Okay, that's good enough then. Okay. Five. Left from Arcane. This is kind of annoying. It doesn't tell you. You have to go. I have to open up the menu again to figure out. So, Pyro, Elemental Skill, and doesn't work. Okay. I'm annoying. I have to open it up because if I go into here, That's pretty cool. Save that. Oh. Am I done? Oh, did I not? Oh, I see. I gotta. Oh, I pressed X. That's it. That's pretty cool too. Yeah, I really like that series. That was a good. It was a really good show. Hydro charged or normal attack designated area. Okay. I see. Yeah, I mean, I never watched season 1 when it first came out. So when I decided to watch the show, that's what I watched it when season 1 and 2 were already out. So I watched it all in one go, basically. Watched both seasons across like a few days or a day or two. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. Thought it was a very good show. Yeah, I liked. I think I like season 2 a little bit more because, like, obviously, like more shit was going on. Because like in the first one is obviously like the first season is obviously like the introduction of stuff. There definitely were some like things where I'm just like, well, this makes no fucking sense. Like, really? So like, and also like when that crazy guy, when Vincent helps his daughter, I'm just like, really? Like, what the fuck is that? Like, also, it kind of sucks that like, let's say that that's like the good thing, like that's the good ending. He got exactly what he wanted. It's like, wait. So the guy who fucked over everybody, who instigated the entire fucking thing with his shimmer experimentation, his drug, his crazy human experimentation using his drug, that's the one guy who gets the good ending. He gets exactly what he wants. It's like, really? Like, most people get fucked over, but no, the guy who tested his drug on humans, who basically fucked over the underside. I don't know, I liked it because there's just more development. No, the guy who provided Silco his drugs, I forget, the messed up scientist, the scientist who had like, who was all messed up in the face and stuff, who was trying to say, basically doing all these things. The one who taught Vincent. Yeah, was that his name? Okay, it's been all. Yeah, that guy. I forgot his name, but yeah. So Singe. Yeah, like, it's just like, man, he's just like such a fucked up guy who, you know. Oh, yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah, I knew it was a V, but I forgot. And then I've been, I have Final Fantasy VII on the brain. But yeah, Victor. Victor helped his, well, quote-unquote, helped his daughter, maybe. I mean, it's hard to say if she was, actually saved, considering what people become when they're influenced by him. It's like, was she really herself at all? Hard to say. But, oh wait, is this the right one? No. It's the wrong one. Shit. Oh no, this is the right one. But yeah, like that's the guy who gets like the good ending, where it's like Fontaine or the Traveler, idle animation doesn't need it. And Singe gets his like, he gets exactly what he wants, even though he was just kind of like an unrepentant douche. Like everyone else kind of had a redemption arc, kinda. Like Silco kind of somewhat redeemed himself a little bit. And then, of course, there was the alternate universe where he wasn't an asshole. You know, all of them had kind of a redemption, right? Except Singed, who was a complete asshole through and through the entire way. Like, no matter, like, and the only reason why the alternate universe was fine because they had made literally no mention of him. So it's like he's just a complete asshole who got everything he wanted. And it's just like I'm the type of person who just kind of wants people. Fontaine, right? Is she Fontaine or is she kind of Sumer? So yeah, I didn't kind of like that, but yeah, I really liked. I like the was cool. Like I never really watched the or I never really played League of Legends, so I wasn't really familiar with any of the characters, and I did actually like after the fact, after watching Arcane, go back and like look up the characters, see how like quote unquote true to form they were, and realistically, like most of them were pretty much had completely different backstories. Which I guess kind of makes sense because it's like, well, yeah, you want to tell a compelling story, and whereas, you know, you want to tell a compelling yet, you know, isolated narrative just within that city. So you can only really involve people within that city unless there's a good narrative reason why they're there. And so I thought it was pretty cool. I mean, I can kind of understand why people like season 1 better because there definitely were a lot of like ups and downs for that shit. You know, where it was like, you know, them as children, getting bombed, attacking the other children, having Jinx fuck them over with her stupid plan. Like, so stupid, too. It's like, oh, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a bomb, and I'm going to have my bomb monkey go after it. It's like, dude, why would you put the bomb monkey down the path that shares the wall with your friends? Like, there's villains on the left, and there's villains on the right. And you're like, and your friends are also on the right, you know? There's a door on your right where the villains are trying to go through. And then there's the big villain on the left. It's like, why didn't you just send the bomb monkey after that guy? You know? Like, releasing the bomb. But yeah, I mean, she was stupid. But, you know, she's a kid, so you know, it's understandable. So yeah, like, the loss of that. Then, you know, the loss of their father. I forget when... Was it season 2 where he comes back? Oh, no, yeah. Season 2 is where he comes back. Because season 1 ended with Jinx's bomb. Or missile, really. With the bombing of the... with that place. Right before the... So there was... I can see why. And, you know, it was interesting. But I don't know. I liked the ending, the second season, because it was more, like, fantastical. There was a lot more action and stuff, and, like, the characters had already been introduced, so we kind of, like, knew who and what they were. So you could focus more on, like, plot points. And I thought the multiverse thing was pretty cool. Of, finding the way to beat Victor. But yeah, that I don't know, higher state of being of his, I'm kind of curious what that actually was, you know? It's like anyone who got influenced, and then like anyone who got influenced by him when he was killed, they all got like fucked over. So it does beg the question of like what he did to them, and it seemed like he like connected their minds, maybe. So maybe that's the whole point, is that he's just basically, and that's why like everyone was so like motionless in the future. Is that because he had that basically everyone was, I guess he kind of like made his own little matrix, kind of, where he like just connected everyone's psyches. And so maybe they were all living within like a virtual realm, like the Matrix, and never needed to do anything with their actual bodies because it was like, no, we're all connected, we can do everything we need to here. And like Vincent has given us, or not Vincent, Victor has given us immortality. I don't know. But I thought it was pretty cool and trippy. And the alternate universe and the whole, him using, was it Echo? Was it Echo? Who used the device to kind of like go back in time and like only a brief moment So to try to help out, what's his name, against Victor in like the future. No, that wasn't the future. That was the present. Or yeah. Because yeah, when he was in the future, that was already too late. So I thought that was pretty cool. I like the spectacle of that. But yeah, I mean, there definitely was a lot more character development in season 1 because like that's when you're introducing the characters, so that's when they're going to develop. And I do think that's kind of like Jinx was definitely more nuanced in the first one because she's kind of dealing with loss and crazy, and then basically by like season 2 she was no longer crazy. Like she met that little girl, and which basically just kind of made her not crazy anymore. So that was kind of a... So I mean, definitely like removes a layer, it makes her less, complicated. Which I get why people do and don't like that. Like I don't particularly mind because like there were kind of bigger stakes at that point. So having Jinx be a wild card at that point would have kind of been just detrimental to the story. But overall, I liked it. It definitely had a happier ending than Cyberpunk, Edge Runners. Because like that was the thing. It was like, oh, I was finally getting around to watching some of the shows I'd missed. So I'd also, I think I watched Edge Runners right after or right before. I forget. And obviously that ends on a big downer. So at least with Arcane, it wasn't a sad ending. And that's generally what I kind of like. My general personality type is I prefer a happy ending. And I also prefer, like, where the villains get their comeuppance, right? And that's why, like, Singed, who just kind of, like, completely got away with it. Like, inhumane experimentation against animals and humans. Like, completely fucked over the poor district, creating Shimmer. Like, I mean, to be fair, he wasn't distributing it, but he did create the fucking drug. And, produced it for a guy who was clearly, using it maliciously. So, he can't escape responsibility for that. And obviously all of it was for his daughter, try to save his daughter and all that bullshit. But it's just, like, great, but, like, you're just, like, it's kind of a dick move overall. And then at the end of the day, Victor saves his daughter, maybe? Hard to say. Like, she was in that, like, weird... like form that was like his other compatriots, the other guys who he had like merged their minds. So it does beg the question of like how saved she is or how much of her is really there, because it's like because he was able to like replace like bad party parts with that like weird like translucent sludge or translucent material that looks like seashells. And like she was pretty much all covered with it, and like I don't think she ever spoke either. So it's like it's hard to tell. Like, did he actually recover her? Like, is his daughter actually back? Or is it just like he revived her body? It's like, yeah, your body's back alive. You're still pretty much brain dead, or like you've been in a coma for so long, your brain is no longer active, or maybe like your quote unquote soul is no longer there. So you are essentially a completely different person within the same body. But either way, I mean, like, the dude wanted his daughter to live, and he got his daughter, and his daughter did live, and he had, like, no qualms. He's like, nope, doing this for my daughter, fuck everybody else. And then gets what he wants at the end, and no repercussions at all. Like, hundreds or thousands of people suffered because of his experimentation. And he gets what he wants at the end, which I don't like that. I kind of wish he got fucked over. But in the grand scheme of things, I'm fine, like most everyone won. The good guys won, the bad guys lost, for the most part. It was only that guy who kind of just didn't lose as much as I wanted. But you could argue that, like, you know, maybe his daughter wasn't actually resurrected, and that's just some sort of, you know, maybe the body is just back, but the mind is still gone. So while it's still kind of like a monkey paw wish granting, where it's like, yeah, your daughter's alive, but she's no longer your daughter, you know, type thing. But like, since that was like the end, it's hard to tell. So I hope it failed. And also, there was also the other weird thing too, is that like the people he had cured within his commune, after being attacked and killed by, is it Jace? I think we give it the J. After being killed by that guy, pretty much everyone in his commune like freaked the fuck out. So it's like, you know, there's some sort of like psychic connection between them. And so, and then when he died, when Victor died, or at least when Victor, I guess you could say, I mean, he didn't really die, so you could maybe he needed to expend energy or use needed concentration to maintain the psychic connection. And so being shot broke that. And that's what caused people to suffer. But then again, it's just like, well, wasn't he undone? Actually, I don't know, like, didn't they undo that form of him? So, like, is the daughter fucked over? Like, what? And, like, when did he save the daughter, right? Like, although it was presumably after his cocoon form, because that's when the doctor showed up and quote-unquote helped him, so maybe he saved her after that point, and by that point, he had, like, evolved to the point where he could cure people without repercussions on death. Although it was like after that point where like the people he quote unquote cured looked far more robotic than actually human. And then, you know, hard to say. And he was still connecting their minds, because that's what they were doing. That's what those little white hands were like connecting their minds. Once their minds were connected into the into the matrix, they were pretty much catatonic. So what would happen if you stop the guy who was maintaining the matrix, right? Like, if everyone's connected to the matrix, is it simply just like, oh, well, we destroyed the matrix, everyone pops back into their body? But it's like, well, that's not really the case in the matrix, was it? You know? If you unplug them from the matrix without their mind back, they die. And that's what I think Cypher, you know, the guy who betrayed them all, did. He got back first, got back into his body first, and then started unplugging them all, one by one, and you saw them all collapse, you know, and die, basically. Because their mind had been sent to the Matrix, and you're just basically... So, like, the mind was being sent to the Matrix along a tether, and you're just snipping the tether. So it's like, yeah, what would happen? I mean, I guess that's slightly different. You know, it'd be like, you know, you weren't really snipping the tether, you are destroying the Matrix, so it's possible that they would just pop back. They would just, you know, once they're no longer being held within the Matrix, they would just go back along the tether, so maybe. Hard to say. But yeah, I did like the series overall. It was very, very cool. I had a lot of characters that were really interesting and enjoyable to watch. Let's see. It's a fun pose. Shy pose is that. Farm pose is... Let's see. And I have to be... Let's do this. Okay. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. So this is the angle for all of this shit. Crap. Oh, fuck. I hit the wrong button. I meant to press L1 circle, but instead I pressed L1X. Whoopsie. Yeah, this is not the best one. I want the one with the... That's the kind of weird thing, is that one had them from the side. One had them from the side. Like, basically, two of them are from behind. Two angles are like this. Ah, shit. These are all kind of shit. Oh, that's fine. Save that one. I do think it's kind of annoying that X is to save the... Oh, whoops, I need to... Press X on them to accept my photos, or accept my rewards. Okay, so... Bow, shit. Okay, so I don't have anyone in my current party that uses a bow. So I'll swap my Ganyu party. Actually, I guess I could use a Yoan. It was kind of weird, though. They were like, oh yeah, there's Natlan. You need a Natlan unit. I'm like, okay. Well, then I'll be an Effa. She's from Natlan. Her whole quest was about how she was from Natlan. Why is this up? Oh, okay, there we go. Oh, there it is.
この世を渡り歩くにはより多くの身分を持った方が便利なの。君にもいくつか作ってあげようか。
Okay, so Dendro at night.
また雨？まったく面倒ね。はっ。
相手を間違えたら。
Oh yeah, there's special effects I keep forgetting to use. Yeah, obviously that one's the best. What the god fucking demon? I fucking got fuck! I fucking pressed the fucking camera button, but for some reason it didn't fucking work. And now I have to wait for the idol again to happen. God fucking damn it. Like, that was the exact... Because she has two types of idols, the bird and the ball. I wanted the ball one, so she did it. My fucking camera didn't go off instead. Yeah, that's the bird one. It usually alternates. Okay, leeway or traveler. It's actually cool that the traveler is always good for. Wait. Well, I was gonna say traveler's always good because it's always from a certain region or the traveler. And then I'm like, oh wait, no, I think some of them are elements. Like you have to be Hydra, but then again, Traveler can be all of those elements basically. So, yeah. So technically, yeah, Traveler could work as the focus. Now you have to change Traveler's element for some of them, which would be kind of annoying. But navigate. I do find it kind of annoying that they do have the ability to. They do have the ability to. They do have the ability that when you select one of those things to navigate, you can click it again to be like, oh, you want to teleport to this one? And even if you can't teleport directly to it, like even if it's not like if it's not a teleport in and of itself, it will be like, oh, you want to travel here? Okay, we're going to teleport you to the closest teleport. So it is kind of annoying that they didn't do it for this one. Ooh, that one's cool. Really? The fun pose is the cooler one. It has the fucking mask. Fun pose it is. Yep, let's do this shit. Oh, god damn it. The fuck is that? Oh, I see. Turned it on. Fuck it. That's a pretty picture too, regardless. I do find it kind of annoying that pressing X continues. Honestly, considering X is the confirmation button for everything, you should not make X. You should not map X to anything, on that menu. Because having to retake, like, what if I get a good photo? Having to retake it again. Oh, to be fair, it doesn't really matter. Because what I can do, because like as long as I can take any random picture at that point and be like, fuck it, let's just do it, even if it's shit. Because the idea is that it allows you to take these cool scenic photos where it's like, cool, we're going to have these places, we're going to have these angles, we're going to have these special effects. You can take pictures as many times as you'd like. Oh, looks like I was paying attention to shit. Yeah, so like the fact that it doesn't automatically teleport you there is kind of annoying. Even if it's not like it doesn't automatically teleport you there, it's just annoying that you can't, it's just annoying that you can't automatically teleport to a closest, oh, there it is, a closest region. Okay, Animo and skill. Okay, Animo. Yeah, I had to do it quickly because she's dashing forward while she does it. So I have to, because basically, if I had gone for a second more, I would naturally drift out of the little circle that I'm stuck in. Okay. Wait, oh, I see. Oh, I can't do the next one until... Okay, so Claymore or Traveler, yeah. So, oh, that's kind of cool. Yeah, so even for the one... This is the first one I think they actually required a specific weapon. No, actually, no, the previous one was bow. There was a bow user one. But yeah, so it's nice that they made Traveler be... Because I guess they kind of have to. They have to make sure that you can do this, even a brand new player. Because a brand new player, you might not have a Claymore user. Because technically, there's no free character they give that's a Claymore user. Because because you get now Noelle's on the beginner banner wish, but if you don't ever do that, then you don't have a Claymore user. Now, obviously, if you're doing polls, you'll eventually get one. But this is actually it's good because it allows brand new fresh players. It's also kind of oxymoronic as well because speak Eula. It's kind of oxymoronic because it's like, oh well, yeah, you can be a like we made this good for you, but it's like, yeah, but like the navigation thing, the whole thing, the problem with it not automatically teleporting you means that if you don't have these teleport spots unlocked, you're fucked, right? Because this could be where the thing is, right? And a brand new player who just got into Mondstadt, it might target this thing, but none of these teleports will be active because you've never been there. So that's the kind of shit thing. The fact that you can't teleport directly to it as its own teleport spot, and so the fact that you can't teleport to it as its own teleport spot means that you have to have the nearest teleports unlocked, or else you have to immediately go out and look for them. So that kind of sucks. Because, like, having the Ore Traveler thing is kind of like, oh, it's making it future-proofing it for any new players who show up right when this event starts. But, like, if you're a new player who doesn't have any characters that can satisfy the other conditions, you're kind of fucked. I mean, you would be kind of fucked. But even if you are a person who doesn't have any of those other characters, because you've just started, you also don't have the teleports unlocked, right? So it's like, cool, we made it so that even if you don't have the characters, you can still do it with the Traveler. Although, even still, like if you don't have any characters because you just started playing the game, you also don't have any of the teleports too. So it's like, yeah. So it's like, we made this easier in case you're new, but also there's this one aspect that'll still be even harder if you're new. Although I guess technically you can take your time and just ignore everything and just keep traveling. Anyway. Okay, 1900. And I'll try to catch another idle pose.
私とセピロス剣術について学びたい？一人前になった君に復習するのも悪くないわね。
Okay, so I should give it a little bit more time the second I start. I actually wanted her to do the other one.
And
also, there's the time where she doesn't do an idol and just speaks instead. So it's like, sometimes it's an idle pose, sometimes it's idle talk. And they usually... Okay, that's cool. Okay, so sword, charge attack, and designated area. Okay. Oh, hey, good thing I get. Oh, it's here. Nice. It's classic. Okay, so sword, Gene. Perfect. Perfect choice. Okay, I think I want to aim out slightly from that. So, like, if I aim out slightly, it should have me looking at the mountain in this one, and I won't be looking. I'll be looking off to the side in this one. Oh fuck! I meant to actually confirm. Damn it. Okay, so I want her to be kind of like actually. Wait, let's be here, and then there we go. Yeah, that one's pretty cool. Oh wait, yeah, I forgot. That's pretty cool. Let's keep doing it. I forget what the effect was. Oh no, there is no effect. Okay. But let me get even further back. There we go. Yeah, I didn't realize how far it would pull me forward. There we go. It's nice. It doesn't have the little effect as well. That's pretty nice. Okay, there we go. Hold on. Okay, so is that... What is that? Does that show the pictures I picked? Or does it show just this? Okay, it just shows this. Which is fine. Oh, actually, yeah. Wait, oh, no, yeah. It doesn't show the pose I picked, though. Because he didn't have that pose. He had something similar to that pose because I chose it, but yeah, it was slightly different. But it's nice that we still have a record of it. And now I've, let's make sure I got them all. Yep, cool. All done with that. All done with that. Oh, shit, yeah, I gotta do that at some point. I don't feel like doing it right now, though. And all done with that. Nice. Okay, so I am... Oh yeah, let's go to my teapot. Okay, there we go. So I am all done. So I did all the camera stuff. That was really boring. Really, really, really boring. Definitely not something I would normally want to do on my treadmill. It's just so dull. It's not engaging enough. So basically, there were lots of moments where I'm just like, man, I just kind of wish this was over. Which is not good. Like, other stuff is like more engaging, so I'm just like, oh yeah, I just get sucked into it, so I don't realize how much time has passed. But if it's not engaging enough, I find my mind wandering and being like, what's going on next? When will this be done? Like, if I took the time, I could have had it. If I took the time and did it maybe not on my treadmill, I could have enjoyed it a little more. I imagine there's definitely going to be some people who are going to have a lot of fun with this, because it basically just, you could go back to those locations using different characters, trying out different attacks and all that shit, to get some really cinematic shots. Because there were some cool things. I tried to get some of them, but obviously the ones that you don't have to do a charge attack, basically the ones where you don't have to be idle or attacking are the best ones, because then you actually can be attacking or not. So essentially, if it doesn't require, because obviously if you're idling, you can't get a character in a charged animation. You can't get a character in any sort of attack animation. And if it says do a basic or charge attack, you can't do a skill or a burst. Stuff like that. So that good stuff. I can give you so it just makes it more limiting. Now, you could still like cycle between all the characters of that element or the Traveler and still, take your idle pictures and stuff like that. And each character has like 2 idle poses, so it's like, it's not like it's the end of the world. There is a lot of variety. And then there's this, like, the special effects and all that shit. But anyway, overall, I think it's a fun event. It's just, I should not have done this on my treadmill. It was very boring. It's not engaging enough to distract me while I'm on my treadmill. So I should have done something else. That would have been more distracting. But regardless, I'm going to go ahead and call it. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you later today when I play more Borderlands the pre-sequel. See you next time.